So what we mean by that is, let's say you've had a sort of normal day. You've been all over the emotional scale, but you know where you're usually hanging out. Esther would like to tell you that she hangs out in elation, but she doesn't hang out in elation. Not lately. She's been hanging out in some grief that she is working to overcome and doing a good job of it, but mostly in overwhelmment. And if those who are around her were taking score of the things that she's saying, they would acknowledge, and Esther would too, that much of the things that she has to say are about how much she has to do, or about how she really needs to do this, or how she shouldn't go over there and do that because she has this over there that she needs to do. In other words, I shouldn't be doing that. I should not be at the Spurs game, but it was so really good. We had really, really good seats, and I felt guilty through the whole game because there are other things that I should have been doing. And I should not have taken my granddaughter to see Taylor Swift. Because there were things that I needed to do, and it was sort of fun, but not really very fun, because there were so many things that I needed to do. In other words, that's what her vocabulary is about, because that is what her observation is about, and that is what her point of attraction is about. And so things don't ease up. In other words, the computer sometimes doesn't cooperate, and the files sometimes don't process, and sometimes things just go wrong. In other words, the universe is responding to her vibration of overwhelmment, and in doing so, her airplane is delayed. Did she cause it? No, but she rendezvoused with one that would be delayed. In other words, soon her staff will not fly with her. So we want you to understand that you can get out ahead of it, but you sort of have to fall out of the airplane and just hang on, it'll be over in a little while. And then rather than trying to overcome the vibration that isn't serving you, do your best to get a head start on a new frequency every day. So when you put yourself in your bed at night, say something like, well, this was a day. This was a good day. This day is done, and tomorrow will be a whole new opportunity for my vibrational choices. That's really a good way to put it. And then in the morning, as soon as you get up, get out ahead of any manifestation by reminding yourself that you are the creator of your own reality, and that law of attraction is responding to your vibration, and that you have infinite choices of things that you could focus upon. And then, if you can, find something that is up close to you and real, that you feel genuine appreciation about, and focus there for as little as 17 seconds and watch what happens. That's getting out ahead of any manifestation. And it is our promise to you that as you reach from that neutral place to a vibrational frequency that is unchallenged by anything that you're living yet, that momentum will begin to gather around that thought. And before you even get out of bed, you can have enough momentum going that at least the first part of your day will be positively affected by this momentum that you have going. You following? We know that you understand about momentum, but you may not have been understanding about vibrational momentum. And you may not understand that the momentum of your vortex is extreme, because every time you know what you don't want, you send a rocket of what you do want into a vortex that spins faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. This vortex that we've been talking to you about for a couple of years is the vibrational version of that which is you. And all cooperative components have been assembled. And why do you think that is? Why have all of the cooperative components been assembled? Because there is momentum that is gathering them up, because there is a frequency that law of attraction is responding to. So as you keep giving birth to these rockets of desire, but you continue to hold yourself vibrationally apart from the vibrational frequency of those, we can see how that tug of war between who you have become and who you are allowing yourself to be could become significant enough that you could be feeling some pretty steady, often negative emotion. Well, now you understand the basis of the way this universe works. We think that you now understand that you are an extension of source energy, do you? Yes. Do you understand that once you've put something into your vortex, that the larger part of you is it and is reflecting it to you at all times? So the question that we now want to ask you, in light of this understanding, or this beginning understanding of these emotional discs, these emotional points of attraction that you may be on, the source within you is spinning on this disc. That's who you are. That's where everything that you want is. And if you are on one of the other discs, then that lower disc is the resistance that you are introducing into your point of attraction. And that's what's keeping you from being able to realize things as you want them to be.